It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the Texans. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Up to midfield. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
So out come the Texans in great starting field position. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 68 yards.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
From the gun on third, Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there, so they'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take this down to the 33. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down throw, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. He finds Howard complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. Oh, he shifts past him. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Taven Bryan with a nice play defensively. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Allen going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. It was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Dameon Pierce. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They run it again with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. The middle, it's Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete. It's Collins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. First and 10, it's Pierce. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And again, it's Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, it's tough.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
And he's in. Touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
York now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense set to regain possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Knocks over another. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. John Simon from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They're going to look to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Cooks on the quick slant.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now in Houston. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Burkhead going to run straight ahead here. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allen.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27. Here's Watson.
They try to set up the screen. Nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. That'll fall incomplete.
A couple quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Houston's offense taking over again. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen.
This one left side caught by Collins.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen. He juked him, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Pierce now up the middle, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The 2nd down run for Burkhead. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they run with Burkhead. And some space here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Rex Burkhead, 32 yards. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down 21-14, 2:14 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Faking the give, now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb to about the 26 here.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Watson. And this is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Here's Watson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The York on now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the touchdown at PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think?
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Throwing is Allen. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Chubb trying to middle here. And he's got room. There's a nice move. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. To throw, Watson. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. That would have been big, would have broke our tie here in the fourth, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And they work so hard. All practice sessions, always working out, even in pregame, trying to get your feet down in bounds. Unable to get that done on that play.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Watson to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And it's pandemonium in the dog pound as the Browns are going to win the football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.